Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. 10 Lobo.
Watch the run.
Shoot.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Slam. Ready.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And right away, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Hey. Joker. Leo. Get it.
This is Mostert. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. He had the big touchdown run on the first drive and more room to maneuver right there.
And the big guys up front, they're feeling chesty and strong, creating nice openings for him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check now.
Hey, Sam off.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Hey, Orbit. Yeah. Here we go. Look at me. Zipper. 50.
Here we go.
Let's go.
On first down, Stevens. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Nick Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. Stevens. It's caught. Lockett. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyler Lockett with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd and 5. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. They're going to look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Throwing on first down, Stevens. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Ready, 50, plant.
53 at the mark. Rabbit, 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 rabbit.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And an alley to run. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. Normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Go.
Check 59.
Come. Let's go.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Recon, 132 fighter.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Shit.
You're out.
Shit.
Go.
Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay
Snap.
On second down, it's Jones. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
High 7.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. 49, check 49, check 49.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Kill.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Check safety, check safety.
Lightning. Hey, Sam on. Way to go. Lee Griffin.
Now Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Wide, get wide. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
Undercrunch.
Hey, watch the edge, watch the edge.
Clear.
On second down now, it's Jones, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Get that ball.
Ready.
Now back to throw. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Go!
Check.
Bam!
Check.
Go! Get it!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
53's the mic. 53.
Greystone travel.
Time to go. Night. Check 43.
Let's go!
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I know he ain't got it.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
53. Watch the pass. Watch twist.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the second quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the first quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Bravo!
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Defense!
Operating from the gun, Stevens. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
He's got Fuller. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Out.
Go! Shoot!
From the gun, Stevens. He's going to launch this thing. That's caught at the 25. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Check your hot read. Switch.
Ready?
The final shot before break. Stevens to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Tyler Lockett. Incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit.
Check 99. Check 99.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. On second down, Johnson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
I got you. You go tight.
Pilot, 64, weak.
You got tight right there.
Check. Lucky.
Hey, wahoo! They go.
Operating from the gun, Stevens. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
To throw on third down, Stevens. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Well, that kind of catch is supposed to pay off with at least a first down, isn't it?
Instead, he'll just add it to his highlight reel, but they don't pick up the first.
Yeah, he gets the yardage, he gets the catch, but now they have a decision to make.
Harris to return. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
51's the mic.
To throw on second down. Stevens eluding the pressure right. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. A big play there for Detroit. And even 50 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Two draw quarters.
Jim. No. Off.
Ready?
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Check 26, check 61. Matchbox, white, get it.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Flush to his right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Flowers racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brought down back at the 11-yard line.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
With the score,
70, Indy.
49ers nothing.
Stop your whining.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tracy Walker. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On the ball. Shoot.
To Johnson again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready to break.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll run it with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12. Back to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Johnson, solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Now Johnson, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Shoot.
The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 14-yard line.
1st down, Detroit.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready?
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you what, Charles,